this story start?
Yeah, the Buddha start from the over 2,600 years ago. One of the king, King Siddhartha, son of the king. Buddha is the son of the king.
Son of a king, yeah.
Son of
Here is the closer look at a major tourist attraction on a lake in Yangon. Who'd have thunk it? We all know that Burma was a British colony and part of the British Empire, and that empire had to be administered from somewhere, and that was this building called the Secretariat. General Aung San had a very complex history, but he is considered the father of the nation. You're viewing Travels with Lobo and Barbara, Asia 2020, vlog number 19.
By the way, this trip ended as planned end of January 2020. The world may have been turned upside down since then, but our memories remain.
Fascinated by the old buildings along here. We're doing a guided tour by a taxi driver. It's $60 US for the day. Still a bargain when you consider that the tours that I looked up were $120 per person. So time is limited, so I know we could do all this ourselves, but it would take a great deal of time to figure out the bus system. We don't have a SIM card, so figuring out the bus system might be really, really difficult, as it was in Bangkok, really. We spent a lot of time, and Barb is a great navigator.
the Aung San Suu Kyi father died here, General Aung San. The big history, this building.
Our driver just dropped the two most famous names in Myanmar, Aung San Suu Kyi and the name of her father, General Aung San. I didn't realize it at the time because it happened so fast, but we then drive past the most important historical building in Yangon. We all know that Burma was a British colony and part of the British Empire, and that empire had to be administered from somewhere, and that was this building called the Secretariat. General Aung San had a very complex history, but he is considered the father of the nation. He was responsible for bringing about Burma's independence from British rule, but was assassinated 6 months before independence, and it happened here at the Secretariat. Burma became independent January 4th, 1948. I would have loved to have spent a day exploring this place, but you can't explore a place if you don't know the importance of it at the time.
Head ministry office before, over 20 years ago, the head ministry office, but now no more using. But
So, excuse me, but what's it being used for now?
now using for, they make, after renovation, they will make museum or something.
A museum,
It's
yeah.
being renovated by UNESCO.
UNESCO,
UNESCO,
yeah.
they keep it.
Being a history buff, this place would have been a no-brainer for me, but we were on a one-day tour and there's a lot to see, and if you go and you're a history buff, do see this. They have daily tours. The new version of the Secretariat will have, yes, a museum, art exhibits, buffet dinner with heritage show, cultural, private events, spaces, guided tours, as well as retail shops, wellness center, various restaurants, and commercial office space, all nestled in a treasure of Victorian architecture and surrounded by flowering gardens. General Aung San, of course, left a legacy of his daughter, Aung San Suu Kyi, the most important politician in Myanmar today.
We're going to go out and have a look at this lake. The name of the lake is
Chaukhtatgyi Lake.
Chaukhtatgyi Lake.
In our city tour, part one, we were at Chaukhtatgyi Pagoda, that's in the south, and we're now directly north at Chaukhtatgyi Lake. It was created to provide a clean water supply to the city during the British colonial administration. And note at the top of the lake, General An Song Park. We're here to visit one of the iconic spots in Yangon, Karaweik Palace.
Yeah.
And
Raya Lake. English name is Raya Lake.
Raya Lake.
Yeah.
And in the background is
Chaukhtatgyi
Pagoda, the biggest pagoda in Myanmar.
At this point, I don't know how to pronounce Chaukhtatgyi Pagoda, and you hear Barbara coughing. Let me tell you something. When you're traveling, a cough is a likelihood. That's our experience.
If you've seen any photographs of Myanmar, Yangon, you've seen that what back there, and this boat over here. We had a large Chang beer. And yes, we are in Myanmar.
This was from our very first vlog on Yangon, and I'm still having difficulty pronouncing the name of the country. It's not Myanmar, it's Myanmar. And you'll notice on the napkin dispenser is a drawing of the boat. Here is the closer look at a major tourist attraction on a lake in Yangon. Who'd have thunk it?
Well, too bad we can't go inside, huh?
Well,
so this is the restaurant?
yeah, you can have lunch at
Yes, the Karaweik Palace is famous for its international buffet and its cultural show. It's something you gotta see, unless you don't want to spend the money. That's the category we fell into. And as I said, it's iconic. You gotta come and see this, and maybe see the show too.
Somewhere there has to be a reclining Buddha, and this is it.
Chaukhtatgyi Pagoda. Myanmar name is Chaukhtatgyi Pagoda. We call it reclining Buddha.
Reclining Buddha, yeah.
Over 100 years, this Buddha image.
Yeah.
That they put on the gold, real gold leaf.
So it's real gold leaf that's
Real gold leaf.
reclining Buddha
Yeah.
with glass eyes. That's why they're shining. Look at that.
Yeah, really looks like really eye.
Isn't that amazing?
Very active eye.
The story again.
Yeah.
Wow. If you were to look at that, could you understand everyone?
Everyone.
Yeah.
They have a definition here.
Yeah.
12108.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, I
All
see.
definition.
A code, a legend to the footprint. Right here on this mural to my right is the story of Buddha. It's a long story. And it starts with number 1 up there. And we're going to ask our guide, when did Buddha's story start?
Yeah, the Buddha start from the over 2,600 years ago. One of the king, King Tedatta, son of the king. Buddha is the son of the king.
Son of a king, yeah.
Son of the king, but he can get the king life, but he didn't want.
Yeah.
Then he go into the forest to make meditate. He find the solution about the Nirvana.
You're right. You're right. Nirvana.
Nirvana.
You're right. Right. So he did not want to be king. He
No.
went to the forest instead.
Because circulation life is very normal, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to the normal. You
Yeah.
want to find solution better than normal.
Right. Right.
After end of the life, is what happened. He want to know. Then he will find this happiness. Then
Right.
finally he can do it.
Right. Right. So that is his story right along here. And what a story it is. Look it up on the internet.
It's one of the important stories. Buddha born here.
It is Buddhism just dominates this country like nothing else.
Last picture is Buddha passed away.
Yes.
This is Buddha passed away.
Ah, right.
Yeah, Buddha passed away.
You,
Buddha,
do you know when he passed away?
yeah, over 2,600 years ago.
Okay.
Already, yeah.
Wow,
So,
that is
really long.
my
A
goodness.
little earlier than the Christ, you know.
Right.
Jesus is now was 2019.
Previous to
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
Yes. So he was the man long before Christ.
Yeah, it's earlier.
Yeah. And most important thing in this country, I would say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buddhism is the most important thing in
90%.
in Myanmar, right? Yeah.
Majority are Buddhism, and
Right.
other people also live together. Christian, Hindu, Muslim, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
live together. But religions are very freedom in Myanmar.
Yeah.
Whatever
Excellent.
you can.
You can find him on Facebook, and he speaks English well. Very educated, knowledgeable. Thank you for viewing and joining in our adventure of Asia 2020. Thank you again, and join us next Friday for more on this incredible journey.